Good morning, good morning. Hope you're having a great morning today. I want to talk about a little something that crossed my mind on my way into the office today. And we're talking about dirt. You know, Steve Harvey talks about it all the time, that dirt is actually soil that's for you to grow through because you are a seed. And it made me think about a lot of things. I want to just share a quick story with you to back that whole thing up, because understand this. Don't let the dirt that's thrown on you or the dirt that's put in your life bury you. Let that dirt help you grow and be fertilizer for where you're trying to go. I'm gonna say that again. Don't let the dirt bury you. Let it be the place of growth for you, because you are a seed and you can grow through it. Perfect example, man. Look, it's a running joke within my family that I cannot play football. My biological father was a professional football player. I was expected to play football, and I went to Westlake High School in Atlanta, Georgia, and I played varsity for 4 years. Well, I was on a team for 4 years, but I never really got a lot of playing time. And you know, my dad was such a supporter. He would come out to every game, every time, and he'll sit there and watch me and not play. You know, and it's a running joke in the family. Everybody talk about, you know, and even on this past Thanksgiving, they was talking about it. But I never mention to them how triggering that conversation is, because there's a lot of things that backed up on that was really soil for me to grow, that I didn't realize till I got more mature what lessons I learned within that whole 4 years of playing football for Westlake High School, and not actually starting on the team, actually just being on special teams and things like that, and how I felt about the fact that my dad was supporting me so much. And I thought that he might have been embarrassed by the fact that, you know, he would come out to the games and they'd be like, who's there? Where's your son at? What number is your son? And I wouldn't be out there to play. But needless to say, it's a couple of things I learned about that. When I played there for Coach Dallas Austin, man, I want to, you know, Coach Dallas Austin, big shout out. He used to call me Crash Dummy. Everybody called me Crash Dummy because during practice, I was one of the faster guys on the team. So whenever he put his starting defense on for practice, he would use me to run the same play over and over and over and over again and get hit over and over and over and over again. But they used to call me Crash Dummy because I went at it with the same energy every play. Even though I was hurting, I was in pain, it didn't matter. Coach knew I was gonna give that defense a great look, and I was gonna go in very hard every time. Even though they knew the play, they was coming for me and they was tearing me up. And it taught me a lot of things that I learned from that. And a lot of things I learned about my 4 years, even though I did not start and I did not play and get out of playing time and didn't go into college, I went on to college to run track. I learned about commitment. I never missed a day of practice, never. And I gave 100% every practice I went to, even knowing that I wasn't gonna play on Friday. It taught me about commitment and how to stay dedicated and committed and give 100% of yourself, even when the world on the outside looks like you're not winning, and even if you're not getting your desired result, you gotta keep at it and never let your performance back down because you're not getting what you want. That right there also taught me another thing. That's the reason why I can get knocked down 9 times and get up 10, get knocked down 99 times and get up 100. Because all the times I got knocked down doing those football practices and doing those games and my ego and all that stuff, it taught me about getting back up and giving more. Regardless of how you lose or how things may seem like you're losing, if you get knocked down, you get up and you go for it again. Very valuable lessons. And the last thing is, it taught me a lot about trust and love, because you know, I know my father had to really love me to go out there every football game, and go out there and look at me ride the bench. And I remember one day he went and talked to the coaches. I didn't know he did this. He went and talked to them. He was like, look, you know, my son's been playing on varsity for 3 years now. He's a junior. Do you think he's gonna get some playing time, you know, his senior year? And he told me that the coaches just bust out laughing at him like, Ron? Nah. And I gotta understand, as a father myself, how he may have been embarrassed and hurt by that situation. And it kind of angered me when I found out about it. But that showed me dedication and love for someone you love, that regardless of the performance, that he understood that I was out there giving 100%. So I say that to say this. Even though people joke about it and we be around the family and they laugh about it, and I don't really like to joke about it, and I see it a different way because it was a hurtful part of my life, because I dedicated really hard to that football thing. I have to understand that was the soil. That was the soil that fueled my commitment to take everything I'm doing now to the next level. I still had that same drive, that same commitment. I don't back down when things don't go my way. I don't run away from it. I go forward to it, and I give 100%, even though I know that the 100% I'm giving, I might have some opposition that has an advantage on me. I'm still gonna go for it. So I wanna say this to encourage you today. If you got dirt being thrown on you, whether it's at your workplace, whether it's at your home, whether it's with family and friends. I know it's the holidays, a lot of things are going on, people are gathering together. Understand that the dirt that's being thrown on you is actually fertilizer and soil for you to take it to the next level. Don't ever give up, give 100% every time, and I promise you over time, God is going to bless you with that, and it's going to take you to the next level every time. So remember this, all the dirt that's being thrown on you is not really dirt. It's soil and fertilizer, and you got to be a seed, and you need to grow through that. Grow through that, push through for success, and make it work.